Hey guys, what's going on? It's Brandon. Got a much needed haircut and just figured I'd make a all-encompassing video here to just kind of connect dots for everybody, because I think now some people might finally be ready to receive the overall message that I've been explaining for quite some time now. Uh, so I got this from Inside People a long time ago. I guessed it. They said, "You're right." Years ago, I said that I bet you GM doesn't make many high-wing Z06s because it messes up their CAFE. CAFE is a gas mileage uh, program via the government, and they have to have so many electric cars, and basically they have to buy credits from Tesla and everybody else who has excess credits, gas mileage credits, since all their cars are electric. So like if you just go to the internet and you type in GM Cafe Fine, search, and then you scroll on down, you'll see very quickly where where's it at here? October 6, 2023. General Motors and Stellantis might have to pay 6.5 billion and 3 billion respectively in US fuel economy fines. Right there, right at the beginning of. And what that is because their gas mileages are worse than what they hope them to be. Okay, so they come to find out that, oh, our gas mileage numbers are worse yet. So understand something. If General Motors produces high-wing cars, they get worse gas mileage because they're worse aerodynamic both in the rear and also in the front, because then they have the front spoiler splitter on the front. So the canards and all that stuff. So these first zr1s, whatever they end up calling them for sure, they're probably going to be the only ones with high wings for a long time. So people like Justin, I love the karma. I actually like what GM did. They basically took all the people who, I mean, it's less expensive to get the wing done aftermarket. I just watched a great episode of Brandon's Garage. He puts a RSC wing on. Another guy who does great work is Anthony Gray. I've used him in the past. He's out of Columbus, Ohio. I mean, there's a lot of good people who do good work, but I'd steer towards those two there if you can. But long story short, it's less expensive to add the wing aftermarket through AGM, Anthony Gray, or RSC than it is to get the wing on the car from the factory. But the only reason why you'd want the wing on the car from the factory is if you're a flipper. If you intend to resell the car right away, the factory wings bring more money. Okay, so Justin did not have intent to sit on that ZR1 very long, especially once you realize that there's another car better coming. Call it the Zora, call it the real ZR1 when the time comes, if they end up changing the name on this one. I made a video the other day saying that there's a car that's called the ZR1X that's been spotted down in the Atlanta Motorsports Park, and by Sleeper88, one of my YouTube viewers who comments, he said that his buddy saw, and it's a credible witness, he said that there's a ZR1X coming. So the bash is right around the corner. It's right here at the end of, what month is it now? April? Towards the end of April, it's like the 26th or something like that of April. Don't hold me to those dates. Look it up on the internet yourself. But the bash is coming. I've been saying for a long time that there's going to be a lot of surprises announced by corporate America all in the same week, because they're trying to get the stock market to go up through that 300, or excuse me, 600, 610, 620 trend line on the S&P 500. They're on SPY, that's where it's at on SPY, but on the regular S&P, it's like 6,000 something, whatever. They're trying to get the whole entire stock market to get through that trend line, so they're trying to create a super squeeze, in my opinion. And they've got to get everybody to bet against the market. So they did a good job of dipping the market here the last few days. I expect this week for the market to rebound. But the point is, okay, so that's why there's not high wings, guys. It's not because General Motors doesn't know how to source carbon fiber. There is a conspiracy. They know they intentionally screw it up, meaning all they have to do is just get into a contract battle about costs with people and say, oh no, this isn't going to work. And now, poof, there's no wings. Okay, so there's that. What else was I going to explain to you guys? The new interior is coming. Okay, so let's talk about something else. Somebody just sent me a video. They're like, hey, Brink of Speed Mike's talking about the manual transmission. Will there be a manual transmission in the Corvettes? Blah, blah, blah. Understand something, guys. If there is a manual transmission, like let's say you had a manual transmission C8 Z06, that means that you would have to have both a mechanical diff on the C8 Z06, and that also means you would no longer have the program that controls the throttle body that's linked to the EDIF, meaning the car would no longer self-govern in turns to prevent itself from spinning. Okay? And so once you understand what that means the manual C8 Z06 would be tremendously more powerful than the C8 automatic DCT Z06. General Motors is not going to do that. They're not going to allow you guys to see that the automatic DCT is weaker. So General Motors really has their work cut out for them with the manual to do it right, where they would have to limit throttle body, which is very difficult on a manual. It's not the same as it is with an automatic, the way that they're doing the programs. So could the C9 have a manual? Sure. Could the Grand Sport C8 have a manual? Sure. But understand something. They're going to have to set the car up at a more proper weight distribution, in my opinion, to be able to do that. Okay, so you might have these magnesium case DCTs or something along those lines. And just to remind you guys, here's a picture of a huge DCT. Weighs basically 300, 400 pounds. They're huge, okay? So you'd definitely be saving some weight to go to a magnesium DCT. You'd also be saving some weight to go to a manual transmission, because that manual transmission, I'm sorry about the mess. I've got all kinds of stuff back there. I got the ladder box now and some other things. So we're going to be able to unload that transmission here eventually. I've just been busy, been doing stuff. So, and sorry about the video in the van. I'm just out here working on the van, and I basically, the Corvette's 10 feet from me. I could have went and sat in the Corvette, but I just figured, what the hell, it's better letting here. I got a haircut finally. May as well make a video in here. So, that's it, guys. Like, I hope it's finally connecting for you what's going on. It really has nothing to do with the pedal box. They can figure out how to put a clutch down there. They could figure out, there's all kinds of things that they could do. I'm not going to get into it all. They could have a fly-by-wire dual clutch transmission where you put it in gear, and then when you take off, it just engages the clutches like it currently does, but the gear shift controls the DCT. They wouldn't even have to get rid of the current DCT. They just have a manual gear lever control the DCT. And of course, people probably wouldn't like it as much as a regular manual with a clutch, but some people might like it. Some people might like to say that, oh, look, I'm rolling the gears. So anyway, there's a lot of different ways they can go. But anyway, that's enough of that video. I don't want to ramble. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. The Brandon's Garage guy, it's a good YouTuber. I got no problem with that guy. He seems to be a straight shooter and knows what he's doing. And just between you and I think it's only a matter of time till he gets a taste of what those of us who get close to Justin eventually realize, that you guys are going to realize I'm not the bad guy here eventually. You're going to realize, oh, we get it now. Justin didn't give you what he promised he was going to give you when you went and got your car clear wrapped at his place. And then he tried to hold you ransom for giving you what he promised he was going to give you, to sign like he wanted me to basically sign a silence agreement where I wasn't allowed to talk bad about him anymore if he gives me the goods that he said he was going to give me from, what do you call it, blackout tinting, the front grill guards that he promised me if I came to his shop instead of my regular guys. And they messed it up. Justin's guys messed it up, the clear wrap job versus my regular guys. So it's just the second car that's done in the Stealth PPF, that I got done on my regular guys. They did a fantastic job. The first car had raccoon eyes cut out around the taillights after we did it the right way. They cut out the raccoon taillights after the car was all put back together for no reason other than to try to piss me off. So, anyway, that's just the beginning of that guy. Okay, I'm just being blunt with you guys. This is all fact, guys. I got video documentation of all this stuff still. So even though my other quote-unquote YouTube channel was destroyed by this guy, You know, I still have the leftover videos on my phone of all this stuff. So I can factually put up in a documentary anytime I please what this guy did to piss me off, piss me off, piss me off, piss me off, until finally the LT2 with two little helpers, you can run the aftermarket throttle bodies without any warranty issues. I mean, I'm done with this piece of shit. I'm all done with him. See ya.